All right, let's sync it up. 3, 2, 1.
Ready? Okay.
Yeah. Give me a B. Give me an I. Oh, that's a V. Give me a N.
C.
Give me a G. Give me an O. What does that spell? Bingo.
Promo.
She's bingo. We'll be talking about that later. Anyway, hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of
Legends Only,
your podcast where two gay guys talk about pop things.
Yeah.
New intro. Yes, thank you for that tweet. Kind of iconic. Pretty much sums it up. But yeah, this is your weekly pop culture podcast where we talk about
Legends Only.
How are you doing, Brad?
I'm doing great. You know, spring is sprung. 'Tis the season to
Stream femme fatale.
I was going to say seasonal allergies, but also that. Yes, it is. Hold the Kleenex against me because we are getting into brighter days. I'm feeling hopeful, inspired, optimistic, ready to flourish. Liberation tour incoming. I've been on my, my apartment search journey, which has taken 1,000 doves and years to get through. How about you? How are you doing?
Oh, excuse me.
What just happened?
That was fake.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Wendy.
That was acting. Thank you. Oh, excuse me. Oh.
What was that?
Yeah, shout out to Wendy Williams for farting and burping at the same time.
She was taking a screenshot. It was just a body screenshot.
That happened this week. I'm doing good. I mean, the weather is nice. I feel myself
50s
coming
all week.
alive. Oh, thank God.
Come Alive, available now on iTunes. Paris Hilton.
Mm-hmm. Oh, also Melting. Did you listen yet?
I still haven't
Oh
listened.
my God, get off this pot. Fired.
I know. It was inevitable. I have been so bad with music lately. I've been in my own little bubble, like looking up places, and that is a full-time job of its own. Ugh.
Yeah, it's exhausting.
It is. But yes, I will get to Paris Hilton's Melting.
It's a bop. This beat is hot. Yes, and as always, we would like to give a huge shout out to our Patreon Legends Only fans. Thank you all for your support. We have a little bonus episode coming in a few days and then next week. So we're also on the Discord. We were very active in the Drag Race discussion.
Active on the Discord. Yes, we share our very shady opinions left and right on the Discord. Yeah, lots of fun subtopics, not sponsored. A lot of people throwing around products to use or not use.
Mm-hmm.
To reference or not reference.
Music recommendations.
Yes, it's very active, so that's really fun and cool and faded. So thank you everybody on our Patreon. That's patreon.com/legendsonly.
Yeah. So should we kick off this week with a discussion of what happened last week? The Grammys.
Oh, right. That did happen. That felt like 84 years ago already.
I know. Well, we were working it. Well, not it,
we were
but
working
working
it.
during it.
Yes. I was handing out the awards at the event. Yes, that's true. I was covering all the carpet, which was actually carpet for the most part, and the events of the evening. What did you think? Any surprises, any snubs, any shenanigans?
I caught the last hour of it, which
Okay.
it was very late. I was
Yeah,
falling
it was
asleep.
at least it was about 3 hours 15 minutes or so.
Oof.
Casual.
I know, I was like falling asleep, and I'm like, since when did I start falling asleep before midnight? Like,
Wow.
who am I becoming? Old.
Old. Yeah, I was gonna say.
I thought it was really good. I mean, I went back and I watched all the performances. I loved Doja. I loved the whole Gagatrondra look. Very
She's
Janet
very
Jackson.
Gagatrondra. Yes, very feedback.
Mhm.
She said,
Feedback.
I'm unafraid to reference or not reference Miss Jackson.
Mhm.
Yes.
Dua Lipa.
Loved.
Taylor. Loved.
Mm-hmm.
I thought overall it was really good. I mean, I didn't watch the whole live experience. I watched the clips, but
I also think they did a better job of distributing to a lot of faves versus the Billy sweep, which was like honestly very cruel to Billy to have her win like the big four. Was like, okay, that's too much pressure. I think we talked about it last year. It's too much. So I think it was a better distribution of awards at least, and everyone's still going to be mad about who won what, but at least it felt a little better this time around. And Beyonce, obviously, I'm obsessed with the fact that she tried her best to just exist, and they were still like, nope, you're a legend, and now we're going to stop you on the stairs to tell you that you're an icon during Megan's moment. And she gives you a meme face, like, you're really pulling this shit right now. She tried her best, honestly, but just merely existing means that they're going to pan the camera to her. That's Beyonce. But
I mean, everything became a meme.
Yes, absolutely. But I loved her look. Loved that Megan had such a great night. And looking back, I really kind of think it was Megan's night. The performance with Chromatica Cardi, the scissoring, definitely set off Fox News audience. For 3 days straight, they played it, and they were like, "Can you believe it? Let's play it again."
Which is such a gag because that means they have to pay licensing.
Yeah, it's so funny. The fake outrage over that is just so good because they just play it over and over, and they're like, "Can you believe? Can you believe?" So free promo for them. They clearly had one of the most talked about performances. Megan got to win a few times. Huge night for her, and I was happy. Miss Dula Peep winning, Taylor winning, Billy. Like I feel like it was a better showing of all the ladies. So
right, someone in the boardroom was like, all right, listen I don't want to get dragged by the barbs again this year. We have to divide.
I don't want to get dragged on Legends Only, so we have to. I've been listening to this pod. So congrats to everyone who won. Congrats to everyone who's ever worked hard. Congrats to anyone who's ever written a book. And congrats to anyone who's ever won a Grammy.
Yeah, anyone who's ever sang. Good job to you. Oh, also, can we talk about the shoe in the Cardi performance, the stripper
and the
heel?
fact that, did you watch the behind the scenes of that?
Yes, the TikTok.
So it's so cute that it's nice that Cardi promoted that. Yeah, one girl was like, my dad worked on the shoe.
Okay, and how can I buy that?
You need it for your apartment.
I want it for our future Legends Only set. I'll just sit inside of it.
Like recording inside the shoe. Yeah, absolutely.
Everyone tweet us a shoe emoji if you want to see it. I would actually, well, I mean, I don't really, my income is kind of tragic right now. I can't afford that. But I would literally buy that shoe. I'm not even kidding. And I would put it in storage and save it for something.
It's very Britney Femme Fatale tour boat sitting in your front yard.
Right, like I moved to the suburbs.
Yeah.
No, it's the guy over there with the stripper heel in his lawn.
I mean, it really just shows, how many things you take for granted on stage. You're like, oh, that took weeks to build that shoe that had, some airtime. But I know you love production details and things like that. So it's very cool to see like how much goes into it.
Yeah. And the bed was cool.
The bed was so cool. Yeah. So I thought they really did that. Cardi as Chromatica promo because Gaga was busy in Italy.
Oh.
But
I felt bad for her. She looked like, was that metal?
It was like 18 to 20 pounds or something like that.
Okay, because I was like, no shade.
Oh, it was heavy.
I was like, she looks like she's having trouble jumping. And I'm like, it looks like she's just wearing solid
actual
metal
armor.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They said it was like 18 to 20 pounds or something like that. And It looked heavy. But yeah. Living and dying for your craft, for the WAP. Yeah, and
armored
of course
ass pussy.
Warrior ass pussy. And a special congrats to our Stephanie in Italy, who did not wake up in time to find out that she won for Rain on Me with Ariana, who's literally tweeting her, being like, wake up.
Yeah, wake up, mom.
No, she's sleeping and dreaming in Italian, but...
I love the photo of her just sleeping.
Yeah. She's dead. No, she's sleeping. That meme of her doing the hypnosis or the sleep thing when she was doing art pop. Oh, so good.
Oh, what an era. But now we can say Grammy Award winning song from
Rain
Chromatica.
On
Rain on Me.
Absolutely. Very exciting. So yeah, I generally felt good about it. I famously do not care about awards, but it's cool to see so many people win in one night rather than a sweep, which I find very boring.
True.
So congrats to everyone. And honestly, it kind of gave me a little bit of hope. Like, it felt like the award show did what they had to do protocol wise, but it felt like mostly in person and mostly like what the future could be rather than just like what the Golden Globes felt like, which was like hellish Zoom conference. This felt much more like, oh, we might like get out of this.
Yeah,
so,
maybe so.
Maybe so. So,
well, speaking of the future nostalgia, can I just say, I feel like future pop girl confirmed.
Main pop girl confirmed with this performance, in my opinion, that it made all the people mad because of course, we can't just be happy with the performance. We had to be like, how does she compare to Britney, to Janet? And then
she doesn't.
Why are we doing this? Why? We've gone so far from the meme of one kiss to stepping her pussy up for the entire era. Why do we have to then compare her to Janet and Britney? We don't have to do that. And I like that she's dancing. I understand that it is not at that level, but I also don't want to.
It doesn't need to be.
It doesn't need to be. If she wants to do it, I love that for her. I hate that, we're so, not we, us, but, that they've done that. They set her up by being like, she's the next Britney. Like, don't do that to her. Ugh. Just let her be Dua. I really enjoy it. I enjoyed her whole Victoria's Secret model pop fantasy that she gives us. She's very that. She's like stunning. She's so hot. And honestly, that was one of her best dance breaks for sure. Like, Agreed. She definitely flipped and twisted and gave it to us. And I was very proud of her. I come from a place of like pride in her progress rather than like, oh, she's an established legend that like out sings and out, dances everyone. No, like, come on.
Yeah,
like,
you're comparing
I like watching
her to
go up.
Herself. Yes. Yeah,
she is. She's outselling herself. She is. She's outdoing
leveling
herself.
Up.
She is.
If it's up, then it's up, then it's up, leveled up. Oh, also, Dua now. This is totally random, but as a professional MUA specialist,
yes, you are. Yes,
I know this. She has that Chris Appleton wig now. Did you see that?
Oh, yes, that's
about
right.
The hair flipping. And I saw Chris Appleton, who's like the really famous hair guy.
Hair, body, face.
He does all the legends. And now Dua's got like Chris Appleton wig and she was flipping it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why I'm so obsessed with like hair flipping wigs.
Well, it goes down deep with our fave. Like, obviously, hair flipping was instilled in us at a very young age.
Yeah, Chris Appleton wig, main pop girl confirmed.
Confirmed. Just look at the wig to confirm.
Yeah,
that's how you know.
I'm trying to think if there was anything else that I really liked from the show. What I saw. Oh, I thought Trevor was really good as a host.
Yeah. Oh. I thought he had his moments. Yeah, I thought there was some awkward bits, but I thought it was good. He kept it moving. I thought the opening was kind of interesting.
I didn't see that. So
okay,
my frame of reference is limited.
They made an interesting choice to have 3 performances from the get-go, with Harry Styles, who looked really hot, and Billy and Haim. And it was just kind of interesting to do that. I felt like it was, we didn't get an award for like an hour into the show, which I don't really care about that, but it was just kind of an interesting choice, stylistically speaking.
Love that. Well, speaking of Billie Eilish, new era incoming.
New era, new wig.
Yeah, actually a wig though.
She revealed that
the green was a wig.
She lied to us all. You can never trust her again. Yes, she showed up to the Grammys wearing her green slime hair, which was fake. And she debuted her Sky Ferreira Nighttime My Time bleach blonde hair, which I thought looked great.
Yeah, I agree.
And apparently so did the world, because that Instagram shot into the top 10 most liked photos ever within 24 hours, outselling Kylie Jenner's Stormy debut. Like it fucking it's is this
like a Billboard chart that people keep track of?
you can see there are pictures that, like, for example, the world record egg, which is so fucking stupid, is always going to be number 1. It had like 45 million likes, but she shot up to like 18 million likes in a day. And yeah, she's outsold many of our faves photos. So
wow, the new
IG
Bitcoin
queen, the new Bitcoin, yes, NFT, Norman fucking Bitcoin is coming, and yeah, she clearly has gone over well on the internet. I really like the look. I'm ready for her Sky Ferreira era. because Sky is not here, so she can fill that void. I'm really excited for her to keep it moving and kick off this new era. So
I loved the moment when her and Phineas both at the same time just like leaned back in shock.
Oh, that was so good.
It was so cute.
It was. I know some people got on her case and it got a bit weird with the speech saying Meghan deserved it. I think this is, she is still dealing with last year and the backlash that she got for winning so I don't want to say too many awards, but all the awards. So I'm sure she feels like, for fuck's sake, like somebody else needs the spotlight. It's really hard. So I thought that was, yeah, that's tough to put somebody in that position, but she just got to keep it moving and keep this new era coming. And I'm excited to hear what's next.
She's also young and she knows what people say online. So it's...
Of course. Yeah. I mean, she's abandoned ship on all of it, pretty much. I feel like she sometimes pops up, but I think for the most part, much like many of our queens, they've abandoned Twitter, they've abandoned Instagram. They're having social media managers like most people are. Because
most celebs do.
Yeah, you just can't deal with that or process. I think the only one who genuinely does is Cardi, because she's fighting every single minute.
Yeah.
She is so
and
inspiring.
BB
And BB is
same energy,
her
honestly.
all the time. Yes, same. Yeah, just fighting perverts left and right and haters. But see, I couldn't, obviously, clearly my track record, I couldn't deal with that at all. But God bless them for being able to like keep it moving and call somebody and just keep it going. Yeah, I'd crumble real fast.
Yeah. Also, Doja had a moment too, I think. Someone said something to her and she just wrote, "Shut up, bitch."
Doja's really internet funny. Like, she gets it too.
Yeah.
So,
and it was like someone did the timestamp and they were like, this would have been right before she went out on stage that she tweeted this. And there was a tweet that was like the thought of Doja sitting on Twitter and just being like, "Shut up, bitch."
Yeah.
Right before
absolutely.
walking out.
Very Rihanna, like slamming that money against the guy as she walked into the stage.
So good.
Yeah, for sure. So we're excited. We're excited for we love a dramatic hair reveal before an era, don't we?
Mm-hmm. We should.
I think you're going to do that too. I think it's coming from you.
I need to cut it all off. I think I'm going to go short again, but I don't know.
I think you should go electronic.
Oh, okay. Perfect. It's long and I can flip it. And so I'm like, I don't want to get rid of it because it'll take forever to grow back again. But like, I'm going gray.
Well,
so
you could just pivot to blonde like Billy. Like, she did the hair flip to reveal it as well. So I get it.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, maybe one day.
We'll wait and see.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Billy, so I had this idea and I was like, Brad's probably not going to want to talk about this, but like I do.
Definitely. Whatever it is, I don't.
I think we should have that conversation.
So I had this idea and I was just like, I need to say it to someone. And then like maybe the girls on Discord, we can just like chat about it, if whatever. But I saw the piece during the Grammys about Billy where it was like the behind the scenes, I don't know, it was like those like seg like interludes where it was like, oh, here's Billie Eilish. And then it was like an interview, a sit down thing. And she was talking about how she used to have like nightmares. She couldn't sleep, like sleep apnea or like whatever. And she was talking about all that stuff. And she's like, oh, instead of running from it, I decided to use it as inspiration. And then it like clicked with all the bed and like all the imagery that she uses on like her tour. Cause like, I'm not like a big, I'm not like 20 years of Billie Eilish level stan.
Well, she's not either. She literally hasn't existed that long yet.
Oh, well, you know what I mean? Like,
that's why it's like she's 18. It's crazy.
Oh, wow. Well, anyway, so like hearing her talk about that, I was like, oh, that's so interesting because I never put two and two together. I thought she was just like, having her like emo teen era. Like we've been there, done that. But then I was like thinking about it. And I really, really, I know we don't like to say this and it's not fair, but like Britney on Instagram the other day posted the video of her singing in Singapore. And she was like, my mom tells me I should get back to singing again.
Love
and
that.
I just was like, I really want Britney to work with Phineas and Billy.
Oh, we're speaking this into existence again.
Yes. Because I feel like they would care so much about her, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. I think Billy has already expressed plenty of love for Britney. Phineas has. And I think it would be really cool to hear her do some sort of eerie left lane artsy fartsy moment with Phineas. And she clearly loves Billy because she can't stop dancing around with that fake snake with it. She loves bad guy. I think it would be a very relevant pairing. And I do think that they would be very caring. It makes sense to me.
I would love it.
I could see it. And I definitely think there's something to be said about their shared experience of fame at too young of an age to handle, and probably feel similarly in a bubble. And maybe they have a lot to discuss, and maybe Brittany can speak to Billy about that. And yeah, I think it would be a very, I really agree with that. I think that pairing makes sense to me. Besides the obvious, yes, I want a Max Martin banger and all that stuff. But
right.
Yeah.
But I also thought too, like something that Billy said when she was talking about, she was like, oh, instead of running from this, I used it to inspire me. And I just feel like that was so profound. Like I had like this moment where I was like,
lean in.
You know, as like someone who suffers with my own shit, it's like, instead of running from it, it's like, why not just use it as like creative inspiration? And I feel like Brittany, if people are like, she wants to tell a story, you know, they could connect on like we're going to take care of you and take this seriously. Like it's heavy subject matter. I don't know. I just almost like
tell the whole narrative of her life through her music?
Or
something?
Like the things that she's struggled with and the things that she's had to overcome.
Well, I certainly think that plot sounds a lot better than Once Upon a Time, the musical.
Oh,
but
yeah. Almost like,
what is it called?
Dear Diary tease.
Yeah.
But like getting into an adult. You know, I don't want her to do the whole TikTok thing, which we'll talk about in a little bit. I don't want her to do like the teeny pop, young, ooh la la. I want her to get, like you said, eerie, introverted, dark.
Well, that's always where she leans when she's really at the helm, is like the original doll and the tiger on the, like it always, you know, rebellion, like that kind of is her vibe. So I really don't think it's surprising that she finds Billy intriguing. So I'm all for this. And to your point, having Lynn send her the Singapore video is like, okay, maybe she is feeling inspired again, which frankly, you know, I'm a bit like cynical and think that she's just, you know, not going to do anything anymore, but maybe I'm wrong. And maybe she's feeling inspired again. I would obviously love that. So we shall see.
Yeah. Well, that's what happened with Glory. She listened to Selena Gomez, Spanish in a Bobby, and she was like, I want to make an album again.
Yep.
So I'm
you
just
never
like,
know where inspiration strikes.
I know.
The babies do inspire her.
Yeah, that is true. What would she call Billy?
Bobby Eilish.
Also, I just think Phineas is so cool. Like, we don't stand men, but like,
right.
And like, I was doing this thing where I was recording. I'm derailing this whole conversation. I was recording sounds in nature the other day because, you know, I've been like trying to learn Logic Pro. And I was like, oh my God, I basically like Phineas.
You've been walking with children in nature and recording.
I was recording like water sounds and bird sounds. And I was like, I'm basically Phineas, but like older, not as cute, and like not as talented, but like I can try.
Pretty much the same otherwise, yeah.
Yeah. I'll cut my hair short and flat iron it.
Got it. So you are inspired by Phineas, and hopefully Brittany will be too. I love that.
Yeah.
We segued right into Brittany, the Brittany section, by talking about this. Actually.
We did. Because she got sassy. She posted the Singapore video, which is iconic. Yes. And then she also posted more selfies, and the caption, which I love. I just love sass from Brittany. She said,
"Assassiny moment.
This was yesterday. Nope, not kidding, wise asses. True fucking story. It was yesterday."
Kiss my lily white southern ass, TMZ.
Fucking assholes.
Yeah, I know that. We do love when the sassany jumps out. Yes. Obviously, because the commentary on every post is always like, when was this? When did you record that? Is this old or new? So she wanted to, for the record, set it straight that those were new pics. So that's good. And then, of course, we got a wave of social media interest because after the Oprah interview aired with Meghan Markle, everyone said, okay, now where's the one with Britney, basically, or the pop stands did. And then E.T. posted a article this week suggesting, and we're going back to the days of
misleading,
constant fake news. Britney, the BS report should make a comeback. Where I mean, it's possible, but it was just like a source says that Britney would love to do a tell-all interview, something like Oprah. So it's like,
who is having that conversation?
It was like person of a person says she might want to do it, which...
Well, it was like a person of a person said she might be interested in telling her story. And
In
I think
a interview.
if she did,
Yeah.
she would probably pick Oprah. And I'm like, okay,
Fair.
Yeah.
But it's a stretch of a stretch of a stretch. And also, we have heard about the mysterious book, the movie, the documentary, the interview for 12 years, longer. And it's, it's never really come to fruition. Now, did framing Britney Spears and the hype that came around that inspire something in her? Maybe. But as always, I feel very strongly that if she wants to do it, then she should on her terms, in whatever way she wants. I do think on the same end that Oprah would be a caring, smart interviewer who has a lot of empathy and respect for her and would ask the right questions. It wouldn't be...
Because she had respect for her in the past.
Yes,
they
did sit down already. So if she were to do that, I think it would be the right person. But then I also look at the Meghan situation and what that kicked up, which was like tabloids battling each other, the media going crazy and all of that. And I'm like, do we want that circus reference, when the circus is what really led to so many problems for Britney? Do we want it to be on such a huge platform again and kick up things again for her? But whatever she feels comfortable with, I would be all for. We don't deserve to know unless she wants to tell us, but I hope that she at least feels empowered enough to make that choice. It's her prerogative.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking about the mysterious book, and I was like, what if the mysterious book was a really deep, dark, introverted music album?
I mean, that would be cool too.
The actual Britney Jean.
Yeah, like to that point, like we do get that in bits and pieces as documented on the Britney podcast in the ways that her story has been woven through her music from the beginning. It would not be weird that she would use music rather than a book to do it, but I don't really know. It's hard to say like what would be a good, creative, interesting way for her to do it in a way that wouldn't just be a massive spectacle that only made her life harder, with people wanting more, because everyone wants more. She's just Britney.
It reminds me of those whatchamacallit, the pajamas commercials.
Slumber Party?
No, where it was like anemone, beauty, intimate, Brintimate.
Oh, the Brintimates collection.
Yeah,
yes.
Those commercials that were like flower names. What were those? I don't even know what they were called. Areola. Yeah. It was like areola, not areola. Isn't that a tit?
Oh God,
anyway,
those were the days. All 6 months that line ran. Yes.
Yeah.
But yes, I agree. I mean, it gets me excited to think that she feels more empowered and happy than ever, or like, yeah, whatever, to say what she wants to say to the public if she wants to.
Right.
But we're just kind of waiting and seeing on that. And
Express
so I wouldn't...
yourself. Don't repress yourself.
Uh-huh. We're going to have to wait and see also on that report, because that was a very 2011 BS report, kind of like, I don't know about all that. I don't know if a source of a source saying she would, in theory, like to express herself is enough of a thing to go crazy for quite yet.
Yeah, that was for clicks. But ending the Britney news for this week, we also got the photos of her with Sam and Jaden.
Hugging the bunny.
Yeah, at a restaurant. It just made my heart so happy. And I think that's why I feel fine bringing up the idea that I had, because it seemed like she was more active. And then the photos of her with her kid. And he's so tall now. And she was like holding his arm. And I was just like, oh, my heart.
And importantly, you'll notice that they are all compliant and wearing fucking masks, which some of us can't seem to get that together, but she can. And yeah, she also had that. And she said Happy New Year also in the video with Sam, which was adorable. So I felt like this was a pretty cool, interesting, artsy-fartsy week for her all around. It was, inspired a lot of good feelings, I feel.
Yeah.
So
agreed.
We love that. It's much needed in this fandom after the past 2 years.
It's just much needed in life in general.
And in life,
like,
yes.
I just want everyone to get along and make electronic music.
God, please. Yes. Yeah.
Just want all my faves to go electronic.
Yes.
I want Cornova to be over and I'm going to shake my ass. That's all I want.
Yes. Well,
speaking of shaking our ass.
Actually, this is a good segue.
I actually don't know what the segue was, but I think
our
ass was hanging out and I loved it. I think it's time for high fashion. So editorial.
Guys, this is awesome.
This is a billboard.
This is super high fashion.
Oh my God, that's so high fashion.
So high fashion.
Okay, so my high fashion pick for the week, Victoria Monet, the Jaguar live session. Honestly, speaking of Britney again, because that's all we do, or all I do, the intro of this was very Me Against the Music, driving up to the club.
The heel, I love a click-clack. I love a click-clack.
She opens the door, gets out of the club, she struts in, you hear the clacking, she goes into the club, and she's like, how y'all feeling? Breaks into Supersonic Pussycat. With like the heels with the studded leggings. And like the little jacket with the moonlight. Serving.
Loved it. I loved that performance. And 5 months pregnant, I believe, in that video. Yes. She has since given birth, but she filmed that while pregnant. That's crazy.
Oh, a little Bobby.
A little Bobby doing an 8 count in her belly while she's turning it out.
Supersonic Bobby.
Yeah, if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend. She did a very cool performance for Jaguar, and also they've positioned it as her quote audition tape for Silk Sonic, the Bruno Mars project.
Silk Sheets.
Silk Sheets playlist, hopefully playing soon this year.
Silk Sheets playlist.
Well, God willing, that will be back in rotation this year. She kind of positioned it as like auditioning to be their opener for tour. And again, more things that kind of inspire a hope that life is about to go on. So
speaking of tours, soon to come, teaser later in this episode.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Great point. Actually, that segues perfectly. Speaking of tours, my high fashion editorial is for myself because I...
Well, Brad, good luck.
What did you do? Put on a different color tank top?
I wore something with sleeves, which is a little different for me. I received the Janet Jackson Black Diamond 2020 tour tee in the mail, which I did not think would come. I definitely thought I was giving my money away into the void. I cannot believe it came. I'm very happy with it. Great fit. Great tour. You had to see it.
Love this look.
Love this tour.
Legend.
Yes. I'll just reiterate. I think it's very cool and artsy fartsy to have 2020 tour merch as a little namesake, a little token from a fucked up year as like what could have been. I just think it's going to be rare and interesting to have. So I was happy with that purchase, and I'm glad that the Jackson official store shipped that out. Shout out to our Legends Only listener, Randall, for pointing out that it was even on the store. Snatch that real quick. And also there was another tour item anyway, congratulations to me for having that shirt now. So yeah, go get your 2020 merch, everybody.
I love that. I was actually thinking of buying a Sable Bomb t-shirt off eBay.
Oh,
yes. Like that Sable Bomb.
2 handprints on the boobs. Can't miss it.
Yeah. I also want a China shirt.
When I growing up, I was big into WWF with my dad and my sister, and Sable came to the Milford Mall, and my sister went with a sign that had 2 of the handprints on it, and she held it up, and Sable looked up, and like Triple H like nudged her and pointed up at the sign, and she smiled and waved and blew a kiss.
That
Queen.
Is fucking iconic. Oh my God, yes. You saw Sable in real life?
A legend in real life.
Oh my God. I'm
the
so
Pam
jealous.
Anderson of the WWF.
Literally. Yes. Yeah, I really want a Sable Bomb shirt. I was thinking about it. Like, Sable was honestly my first queen of pop.
Yeah, no, for sure. It came at a time that was like a perfect storm of Spice Girls, Sable, like Pam Anderson, 90s, and then Britney. And
yeah, TRL, China.
We love it. But yeah, you seriously should get a shirt.
I think I'm going to, because I got my Spice World on eBay shirt. And then I was like, I want Sable Bomb. I want a China one. And then I also think I want an N64 one.
Oh, yeah. That would be fun and vintage.
Yeah, really cool.
I'm going to get a Crash Bandicoot one.
See, that would be fucking chic.
It would be. It would be.
I have so much Spice Girl merch too. We should do a giveaway because did I tell you what I did to get Spice Girls notebooks?
Is it something that I've never done before? Is it what is it?
Well,
something I would never do.
So I was trying to collect these Spice Girl notebooks because they're good notebooks. They're fucking chic. They're iconic. And the only one on eBay was like this stash. It was like you had to buy like 80 things in a box. It was like 10 pairs of pencils, the tattoos, this. I was like, well, all I want is the notebooks. So I just did it and bought the whole thing.
I'm not going to do it. I did it.
Yeah. But I have them and they're fucking legendary. So I have so many Spice Girls pencils. So if any of the Legends Only fans want one.
Yeah, we'll hand them out at LO Live at MSG 2021.
Yeah, can't wait to see you there.
LO1. Yes.
Oh my God, I'll come out to Sable's cat music.
Yes.
With the whip. In my Victoria Monet studded leggings with a Sable cat
Supersonic Pussycat.
Yeah, and a red wig.
It all comes together. That's perfect.
Oh my God, T-Rexa coming soon.
Incoming. New era. Premiering soon.
All right, well, shall we move on to our next segment? Some TikTok
yes, our new
talk.
Segment. TikTok talk.
So, okay. How do I even want to... So the girls have started singing. Now, I was having this moment in the park today where I was like, what am I going to say about this in the moment? Because I think she's basic. I think she's boring. But also, like, I can't really say anything because 10 years ago, I was screaming that Heidi Montag was queen of pop while the world was laughing at her. So, like, it's a bop. Addison Rae, Obsessed, the new single.
It is... I regret to inform you, a bop.
It
yes.
is.
It is, but you know what?
Bop. Bop, 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 bop.
It's good. It's good.
It's good. To be fair, it would be good when you have about 15 songwriters on a song, including all of the top hit makers of the moment. So,
wait, really? Is this like a Max Martin?
It's Benny Blanco.
Oh.
So that's literally like 2010s pop. Also, a friend to the pod, Leland, Brett McLaughlin, he co-wrote. He's one of the 9 or 10 co-writers on this song.
Okay, so this is like a legendary production. I'm jealous. That's what it is. Yeah. Baby, I'm jealous.
You know, it reminds me of, it could be like a Spanish and a Baby moment. It could be like Selena.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, for sure. Because that's kind of the vibe of the people who worked on this track anyway. And she snapped.
Oh my God. Addison Rae, new pop girl incoming.
Yeah, for those who aren't aware, Addison Rae is one of the biggest girls on TikTok. She wrapped filming on the upcoming She's All That remake, which is like a passing of the torch culturally in some ways, which really is... I mean, good for
She's
her.
an icon, but she's not somebody that you think about all the time.
I don't think that there's anything I have heard that is negative or overwhelmingly, against her, besides like the content is very whatever. Every pretty girl on my For You page is kind of an Addison. That's not really...
Yeah.
But I'm also like not like fuck her. It's just like, well, she got lucky. She's the girl. She's, even more so than Charlie, because Charlie does actually dance. Like she can do a dance. I don't think Addison has like any training or whatever. She kind of danced in the video. It wasn't. It was movement. She does the cute TikTok dances, and now she's best friends with Kourtney Kardashian, which is kind of weird. And
Bible.
She just shot up there real fast, and now she's
a queen of pop.
Yeah. So
I'm literally like, I'm the scene in Burlesque where Xtina is just at the bar, and she's just like, I want to be up there. I want to do that. Except I'm like 90 years old. I don't know.
T. Kyle Ray. Yes, I don't know.
T-Rexa Ray. You know what? No, I need to win $1 million. Then I could do it.
Well, as of August of last year, she is named the highest earning TikTok personality by Forbes. And yeah, so she's in He's All That. It's the She's All That reboot, which very upsettingly features the main character from the first, Rachel Lee Cook, as like her mom now in this one. It's just so upsetting to watch like the sands of time.
Life go by.
It's really just, oh.
Do you remember back in the day when TikTok was a song and not an app?
I feel like we're just like really sad, like BuzzFeed listicles about like Spice Girls and 90s content because we're like,
the 90s are coming back though.
Oh,
the fashion's coming back.
It's really the early 2000s
sounds.
at this point.
Yeah.
Because the early 2000s are the 80s for what the 80s were to us.
That's true.
Which is horrifying. Yeah, we don't have to go down this road anymore, but shout out to Goddess and Ray for...
Fast forward to 20 years from now, there'll be two white gays that are like,
20 years of Goddess and Ray
podcast where we talk about 20 years of our fave, Addison Rae. The first year, God. 2021.
Oh God.
Oh, whatever. It's like it's a bop. I'm like literally kind of obsessed. There's rumors of Nicki Minaj being on her new album.
Yeah, there's rumors of all these sort of A-listers and A-list production, and I can kind of see it at this point, but we'll have to see what the music does for people. I don't actually know what people's perception of her is. Like I know that Charlie gets a lot of hate. I don't know if Addison does to the same degree.
Yeah. Speaking of Charlie for a second, I know we talked about this, but the video that was going viral of her having like the anxiety attack on TikTok.
We did talk about this. Yes, it's shades of our fave. We talked about this
privately. Yes.
We did.
On the texts.
On the text chain, yes. Yeah, unfortunately... So there's a video of Charlie doing like a live chat with the whole family because they have their upcoming Hulu series and they're all trying to be personalities. And she's clearly shaking to the point where she can no longer control her hands and she kind of like stutters out and is like basically having a panic attack. And her mom kind of like holds her and it's just giving us shades of Britney because even though Britney was really, really composed at such a young age on screen, it was like, this is a really young girl. She faces a lot of backlash online for existing, which is so funny that the whole framing Britney thing was like, we were so mean to young women then. And then they'll sign on to TikTok and tell Charlie to kill herself. It's like...
she's got a point.
I think we don't really recognize that it's a cyclical thing that keeps happening. And even though it's TikTok and stupid and whatever, it's still like she gets bombarded with a ton of shit. And I'm not a stan. Like she's a cute little girl who does little dances, but I know that she gets a ton of shit for existing. And so it's hard to watch her, have that. Hopefully she has a good team in place that can, kind of ground her and normalize her life considering where she's at right now. It's very shades of Britney, but like the parents, Charlie's parents, in my opinion, this is my personal opinion, they are very fame hungry and they are like using and leeching off that poor girl and it hurts my heart. Yeah, I don't. That's my opinion. What I'm seeing. No, I know, and they have like a pod, and they have like, they have a show. They have like a Keeping Up with the Kardashians in the works, which I don't know why they think. Well, I know why they think it because of the fame that she got, but I don't know that they have what it takes to be that dramatic. Because the reason Kardashians was such a successful franchise is every 2 weeks, somebody divorce, baby, like scandal, scandal, scandal. Do I think Charlie's going to be doing that? I don't think so. Also, the Kardashians, whatever you think about them, they all, in their own way, are funny, like entertaining. Right. And also have like business savvy and like it was always product placement and products and launches. And yeah, it was a big capitalist to do. But I don't see it happening at least for Charlie. I think she's very meek and quiet for the most part. And it feels not great. No, so we'll have to see. I feel so bad for her because like the hand thing, like I have that. Like I've gotten a lot better, but like that is a typical sign of anxiety and like you're nervous and you're having like borderline panic attack. And so you fidget with your hands. Like I do that. If anyone knows me, like you always see I clamp my hands in between my legs because you're preventing that from happening. And I just was like, oh my God, her parents are so fame hungry. It's disgusting. The fact that they're
putting their daughter through that just because they want their own show and podcast and sponsorships and photo shoots. And anyway,
it's not great.
Nope.
It's not great. We'll have to see where this plays out for her. But, you know, it is funny to have that conversation about Britney and so many other 2000s stars and then see equally young girls, if not younger, from Billie to the TikTok girls having a tough time in their own way, really, even if it's just different. This, you know, social media is different. So anyway, without diving into a whole other psychology only podcast, it's definitely fascinating, and shout out to Addison for having her pop pivot. I'm not mad.
It's the future.
I won't say I'm obsessed, but I'm into it.
I'm kind of obsessed.
Well, it could be worse.
I had to put my Spotify on private session this morning because I was like, I don't want anyone to see this.
That's how you know it's good.
Silk Sheets and Addison Rae.
He's listening to a lot of Addison Rae and then Silk Sheets in there.
Okay, well, speaking of new music and what we've been listening to, so recommendations for this week. So I have one that's new to me, but not new to the world. It came out last year, November. It is a remake of Cry For You, September. Dum, 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 dum. You'll never see me again. Addison Rae. Can you match those vocals? By Two Elements. And it's a complete, like, sonic remake of the song, and it's so good. I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with it because a lot of the thing now is like people are taking old like 90s and 2000s house songs and they're remaking them and like what's the word where you deconstructing and remaking.
Remix, remaster, still iconic.
Yep.
September. What a bop. Timeless gem. Love to see that. I once again, I'm not super tuned in with everything happening right now, but obviously we do have one album that just dropped that, and we're not talking about the Justin Bieber album.
I thought Twitter was joking when they said that there was an MLK interlude.
What was that?
No. We are talking about Miss Lizzie Grant, Lana Del Rey's Chemtrails Over the Country Club.
Clap if you think she should suffer.
Oh my God. So I have had very mixed feelings about LDR in the past year for various reasons, various quotes and masks and non-masks and notes app statements about fellow pop stars and things that have just made me feel a little type away. But, you know, as far as the artistry, I really like the album. I'll always like a Lana album. I'm still digging into it. White Dress I really enjoy. The business conference.
What's White Dress is about?
It's about, a dress that is white.
It would be white on her album. Sorry. Is that what happened to MLK interlude?
Oh, no.
Sorry, I'm going to get scalped by the Lanites. What's her?
The Lanites. Oh my God. The Del Raysters. The
little rays of light.
Always love a Lana album. I really like Wild at Heart. I really like Dark But Just a Game. I want to have more conversation about that song, which sounds kind of Portishead-y, which I really like. That's like a side production note. The song was written when she and Jack Antonoff and St. Vincent went to a house party at Guy Oseari's house. That is Madonna's manager.
That sounds iconic.
And she said she saw something that made her say that's dark to Jack Antonoff, and Jack said, yeah, but it's all part of the game. And so they wrote a song about whatever they saw or did or experienced at Guy Oseari's house. And I have 10 million questions about. I do not know what to expect from that. I don't know what that means. I don't know if it's about Madonna. I don't know who it's about. That I have a lot of questions. But anyway, I really enjoy Dance Till We Die for free. I'm into it. I'm getting over my mixed feelings because every artist now has like certain hypocrisies and problematic elements that you kind of decide for yourself if you're into them or not. But it's not hitting
we're
like
all
Norman
human,
fucking Rockwell. But
and
yes,
as my friend
we are.
Michael says, we're very complex creatures.
We are, and we are all inherently flawed and hypocritical, and we are.
We're all hypocrites. We're all iconic.
We are. Yes. But I am into the album so far. I don't think I'll do a formal review. I'm not in the right headspace because I just haven't had, I'm just like not there right now. Just
Where?
not, like, able to write about music lately. I've not had it. So
well, thank
I
God
don't
you're
know
not a
about
writer.
that. Yeah, that would be bad.
I'm joking.
But yeah, I did have time to write about the next item. The most important release of the week by far. She's hot as a stove, everyone. And she's bingo. It's Nicole Scherzinger, everyone. If you, like me, sometimes get requests on Facebook to join in-game apps that you pay like for tokens and shit from your great aunt on Facebook, you might recognize Bingo Blitz, everyone. Top bingo game of the world. Not everyone has that to their credit. It has outsold every bingo game on the market. So she's teamed up with Luis Fonsi and created a song called She's Bingo. What do you think?
Okay, so at first I thought it was just the ad. When you wrote this in the notes, I was like, oh, I saw the ad. Cool, like promo. Then I watched the music video and I just was like, how does this have such a big budget?
Well, it's the number one bingo game among all bingo games, first of all.
Well, she got BINGO and she won, clearly, because the 3D work in this, the choreography, the wardrobe, the cinematography, I was like, this is more expensive than
budget.
This is more
than
expensive
React.
than like, oh, okay, you said it before I did.
Oh, no, for sure it was. Because definitely
How can we get them to
by a
sponsor
company.
us?
I was going to say the PCD tour, but also us. PCD BINGO. Yeah, they blew the budget on this one, and it's got like a fair amount of views also. I mean, I'm very happy to see Nicole in dancer mode, in choreography mode. The song is absurd. It makes absolutely no sense. It's a take on DISCO by Ottawa.
What is
It's like,
disco? I was like, what is that?
Yep.
All I know how to
It's like a
spell
Latin disco pop banger.
EXPRESS.
Yeah, I know. That is really... I don't know what to do with the song, except that it's so hilariously Nicole Scherzinger because she seems to find herself in like a yogurt commercial, and then she's firing a crossbow on a talent show, and now she's on The Masked Singer, and now she's like doing a bingo song. It's like, that checks out. That's... Scherzy is nothing if not thirsty for any opportunity. So
Facts.
You gotta give... I kind of stand that. I love a thirsty pop queen, and also she's a multi-talented queen. So she's busy judging, she's singing, she's dancing, she's bingoing. She's bingo. So
what does it mean to be bingo?
No idea. I read through the lyrics and I don't have any more clarity on it, but she is that. I mean, the lyrics are like, holy moly, she's my one and only. She's my bingo, and she's winning because she's dancing slowly.
Doesn't make any sense, does it?
Doesn't make any sense. Yeah, at the end, they should have had a Fox News correspondent be like, doesn't make any sense, does it?
I mean, is there going to be a Nicole Scherzinger bingo machine in Vegas? A slot machine?
Yeah, it's definitely the If You Seek Amy of 2021, no doubt. Yeah, total absurdity. And she's got to do it to hold her over. I mean, the tour got postponed. We don't know the future of that. We're hoping that it's still happening. Jessica Sutta is pregnant now. We have a little waiting and seeing to do. So
wow,
she ran right back into that studio.
Is it rescheduled for 2022?
I don't know. I think it was pushed back to later this year. I'm not positive though.
But it's probably over.
I hope not, because React we were just getting started.
I can't believe React was the last song to come out before the world ended.
The world reacted accordingly. They shut the fuck down. World stop.
Yeah. Oh, that's like a fun deep dive, is like all the queens and every promo they've done.
Oh, I would love... Yes,
share the dream.
Songs for ads for games, for products are like my favorite. I find it so funny.
Yeah, nothing beats Joy of Pepsi.
Oh no. Well, there are no better anthems than Britney's Pepsi bops, but you know, the others can try. But yeah, so, you know, that kind of leads perfectly to our discussion of what's on the horizon. I feel very optimistic. There are some shows being announced, and it does feel like it could happen.
So do you guys love clubbing? Are you dancers?
Yeah, there are a few things. Well, first, on a sad, serious note, on my end, obviously, I was really looking forward to the 20 tour, which was unofficially dubbed for the Girls Aloud 20th anniversary. There's been really hard and devastating news about Sarah Harding in her cancer battle, and unfortunately, they are, of course, rightfully focusing all their attention on Sarah. And I am also sending her all the love and the best. There are some really hard to hear headlines coming out of that, but unfortunately, the tour is not happening. There are any plans for that, and I'm just going to send her a lot of love. And she has a new book out called Hear Me Out, named after one of the Girls Aloud songs, which the fans very sweetly sent to #1 on iTunes when the book came out on Friday, to send her love. And I'm going to read that. I saw some people were talking on the Discord that they're going to read it in the book club section. So I'm going to dive into that. But yeah, we're going to just send our love to Sarah Harding. And it's tough to hear about that. And yeah, they're so beloved to me. They really, I feel like it's like such a weird one-sided thing because T. Kyle doesn't know who they are, but like I definitely, you know, around 2003 or 4 is when I got into them, and they were so important to me, and they were the reason I flew over to London for the first time, which, you know, they forced me to get over my fear of flying overseas, just for them, and so they really mean a lot to me. Yeah, I mean,
are you just scared of flying over water or flying in general?
Oh, in general. I mean, I feel like because I don't advertise it, but like I came from a place of such separation anxiety. I don't know why we're going here, but I didn't go to school for a few weeks, like when that all kicked up when I was 13 or 14, and didn't survive a sleepover, didn't survive a field trip. I never went on one because I was too afraid. So I came from a place of like being so afraid of leaving my house to finally going to college. That was like the first time I survived a night out, like not sleeping at home, to moving to New York and doing all that. And, you know, it's always been baby steps with me, like getting comfortable with that. But yeah, I was going to face my fears and go overseas to see them. And it was really worth it and fantastic. And
overseas to places like Canada,
yeah. And I did go overseas
there.
to Canada. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so basically they mean a whole lot to me. I'm sure I'll end up doing like a special episode or something for Patreon or extended series where I go into the back catalog and discuss them, because you know they got so many hits. There's so much trivia that I can spout out, but I'll save it. And
Mew Mew's spinoff.
Yes. So Mew Mew's allowed. So moving on to some more optimistic news in 2021, which I still find this hard to believe, but a new press release from the Chicago stadium,
Cubs?
And now I'm forgetting Cubs, yeah.
Which I don't know what that means in terms of like sports, but I know what it means in like gay terms.
Well, it's not those. Well, Cubs may arrive to the stadium now, the arena. They announced the rescheduled stadium tours that would hit this summer in Chicago, and
it's baseball, right?
Yes. Yeah. They very casually included Gaga for August, I believe, which I thought we were giving up hope on the Chromatica Ball. I thought that the Oreos were the last promo stop on this tour, but
something fun, something for the summertime, something for the girls to, you know, get ready and party to.
If she wants to, she could come back from Italy.
Or if she's contractually obligated to.
That's possible. And I do think she could do a situation where she just does the major. She could do a New York, Chicago, LA, Houston, like a 5 around the country rather than an 100-date tour, because I don't see that for her. But I don't know. I'm just shocked.
So I have two thoughts on this. One, Chicago
you there.
gays were throwing you to the wolves and you're the test subject for concerts, basically.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I will
right.
not be there. I will not be flying to, although isn't Chicago known for having a lot of tops? Or is it the opposite?
I don't personally know, actually.
Gonna have to look that one up.
Gonna have to look that one up.
So there's
that might
that.
change your decision. Yeah.
The other thing was like, and the Chicago gays are probably not gonna like me saying this, but I feel like if this does happen, she's just gonna show up with Enigma.
Yeah, right.
And it's gonna be exactly what happened, like Britney
with Stupid Love included.
Yeah. And it's gonna be like when we saw Britney at Radio City and we were like, oh my God, new summer tour, but it was a watered down version of Piece of Me.
Right.
With less props.
I just think, I don't think she could do that. It would be pretty horrifying to do Enigma, the reunion tour. But who knows? I mean, that's why I kind of find this so hard to believe, because that would require creating the sets, creating like a new experience and all of that. And I don't find her to be in music mode right now. Like, I fully think she's feeling her Italian fantasy, filming the Gucci movie. Then she's supposed to have Cheek to Cheek 2 that's supposed to come in spring. So I don't see how, if you're going to have those things, how you also have Chromatica. But she's a Wonder Woman. You never know.
But to counter that point, because I was also thinking, why would she just all of a sudden make a tour for a one-off? No one does that. And then I was like, remember when Russia got a whole fucking Bionic tour from Christina Aguilera with
I do remember
interludes, animations, videos, full fucking Bionic tour. She did like 2 nights of Bionic overseas.
She did do that.
And I was like,
it has happened. Kylie had a one night only. Like, there are some like 5 or 6 date tour moments. It's possible.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. You might be over there with the Chicago Tops and Cubs watching Chromatica Ball, the one and only.
Maybe.
Maybe so. 1,000 tops.
Oh, Woo! Oh my God. Yes, give me the vaccine. I can't. No, it's too much. Get away from me.
Well, from rocking green hair and mechanical horses are the new thing, because that's right, everyone. Miss Katherine Hudson, Katy Perry, the news is in, all but confirmed by herself. But Billboard has just confirmed, according to sources, that she is having her own Vegas residency later in 2021 at the all-new Resorts stage or something. Resorts something. It's the first all-new casino, hotel, resort, whatever, in like a decade on the Strip. And they're launching with her.
Isn't this theater beautiful? And that's what you get for waking up in Vegas.
I feel like it would be a shame not to theme it after that song somehow.
Yeah,
she'll
call
like,
it Waking
hello.
Up in Vegas.
Yeah, the Waking Up in Vegas residency, where she wakes up in the middle of Vegas in like a big bed or something.
Oh, and then she's like, I'm wide awake.
Okay, we have
Katy.
We have the whole
Oh my
we have the
God.
whole tour planned.
I got to use my Idol connections and be like, oh, tap, tap, tap. Let me art direct your new tour. We're going to call it the
And she'll
Waking
end
Up in
with
Vegas
firework.
tour.
Yeah.
You're going to start with Wide Awake.
Yeah.
Go into Waking Up in Vegas.
I mean, it's all there. It's and she's a cotton candy explosion of visuals. It'll probably be a really fun show. Super over the top, super big animatronics and crazy explosions of confetti and like smells. They'll probably do like the cotton, that cotton candy smell of the Teenage Dream era, like all of that. Like, I'm sure
Whipped
they can
cream
go buck
tits.
wild. Whipped cream tits in your face, like the splash zone for the VIP tables. There'll be like left sharks everywhere. She's super visual. It'll be a lot of fun. I think it'll be a really good show. Maybe if we still have Kelly Clarkson's residency, then maybe we'll do and we're all vaccinated and good. We would do like a Kelly, Katy, and then like mourn at the Shrine of Domination's triangle, like in their house. And yeah, like I wouldn't mind another spin in Vegas if we could like line up the girls with all the shows again. I think this will be a good move for her. Makes sense too.
I think she's a good pick for it. I just hope that she does something adult and she doesn't make it family friendly. Because Vegas
Well,
is actually pretty family friendly. Like, there's a lot of stuff there. I'm like, she needs to make it like, also because I'm working on American Idol right now, she's very PG. So I feel like I'm just in like PG Katy mode where I'm like, you need to be, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think she's the perfect candidate to keep it PG and get the most sales. Like, I think like she'll go for, yeah, no, I don't think. Besides from like whipped cream boobs and like cheeky like boob jokes, I really don't think that she'll do anything too salacious.
I wonder if Left Shark will be there.
I'm sure. And I think she'll she'll probably update any of her problematic songs so that she doesn't include anything that like she's already said like she kind of regrets I Kissed a Girl, like the lyrics of that. And obviously You're So Gay did not age fabulously.
You're so gay.
So
and I'm like,
gay.
She's got a point.
So she'll probably skip on through those. But I mean the hits are many, fast and furious with her. So what if she does Walking on Air and she's up in the air?
she just has Britney's like unused every time wings.
Every time wings.
Oh,
she could. Yeah, there's plenty she could do. I think it'll be great for her. It makes perfect sense because she's kind of entering the greatest hits part 2 era of the career, I believe. So this works for her, and she's got more than enough songs to keep a 2-hour show going.
And she used to be a pearl. Bop. Justice
Pearls
for Teenage
roll out
Dream.
all over.
Speaking of the Grammys, should have won a Grammy that year when it was nominated.
Yeah.
That's a hill that I'm willing to die on.
You know, maybe she'll do like a grand re-recording of the album like Taylor for whatever reason, and that'll get a vocal nomination.
Yeah, The Complete Confection. Remixed, rebaked, still iconic.
She'll totally do that. Oh my God. I'm actually
Refrosted.
surprised they didn't go. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't go all out last year with the 10th anniversary because there's so much playful stuff you could do with that.
Wow.
That's kind of crazy.
Cornova.
Who
That's the only
knows
thing I'm
who's-
worried about is like, it feels very ambitious to have a full theater.
Well, we'll see. I mean, they definitely didn't even give a confirmation from herself, and they didn't, say when the start date would be. Like maybe the start date is 2022 New Year's, like Britney kicking off the show pretty much near New Year's. We'll have to wait and see, but I do find it inspiring. Nature is healing to see that Vegas residencies are being announced again and stadium tours are being announced again. And even if they're false flags, false hope, I still feel like we're getting closer to
Herd
reopening.
immunity.
Herd immunity, yes.
Heard of her?
Ladies and gentlemen, herd.
I just want to go.
I'd like-
So my next pushed back date now is the US Open, which is end of August, early September, and that's it. That's all. That's like my next.
Yeah. Well, good luck.
Because yeah, if I don't get to see Serena Williams one more time before she retires, I swear to fucking God, that's
You'll see her.
That's the point. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that.
If all you went around not wearing fucking masks and I didn't get to see Serena Williams one more time, it's all your faults.
Well, we all have hopes and dreams in this world, so.
Shattered.
In any case, I hope that everybody at home is staying safe, wearing a mask, socially distancing, keeping sane as best you can. We are getting through this. We are pivoting to normalization by the 4th of July, allegedly. We'll have to see. And
Pivoting to spring, florals, fashion. Look it up.
Florals and fashion. That's where we're at.
I don't have to start wearing short sleeves again. Ew.
Well, I never stopped, but no sleeves, no problem.
Another club, no
club.
sleeves.
Oh, that if we are herd immunity, it is going to be that Gaga clip.
Oh, it's
Bus.
over. Like
Another bus.
Another club, no sleep, another top,
Plane.
another top, plane, bus, top.
God willing.
Well,
until that happens, until the next Vegas residency,
dust off your copies of Ashley Simpson's first album, ladies, because next week we're going to be talking about it. So
on a Monday, you are waiting And when we upload, that's when you'll have it.
Saturday, you'll be streaming.
That's right.
But until then,
yes,
we will
see you
soon.
Another top.
I say that as if it's really going to happen. It's not going to happen. Like, get away from me. Like,
not for you.
No.
Yeah, you're going to be.
I'm going to be like, I want to see your vaccine card, your records,
Your
tax refunds.
your receipt for purchasing Sacrifice on iTunes.